Yeah, so he got like, at the Goose they have the press behind the bar where they press the oranges. Yeah, he bought one.
Love it.
We went through 3 bags of oranges.
Jesus. How many oranges per drink? 1 orange? Half an orange? 1 orange?
1. Yeah, we used the whole. We would cut them in half and then squeeze both sides.
Yeah.
You know where the best oranges come from, right?
Florida.
Georgia.
South Africa.
Oh.
Right?
All right.
Fun tidbit.
You gonna ship some for us?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but been a minute.
Yeah,
been a couple weeks.
Luckily, I had a banked episode with Andre to kind of fill the void. It's been about a month for Zub.
Zub.
Whoa.
Hey, Zub's been cranking out the footage even when he thinks he's not. That's been getting us the views.
Been cranking out.
Vlogs have been going. I need to get a little better on that now that I'm Bassin. I would love to do this wonderful thing called record, but actually, I have 2 thieves in this chat. Who? I'm in a sea of thieves. Scalawag number 1, Alex Johnson, has both of my GoPros and some wonderful footage on there if he ever wants. Ooh, you have some footage on there you could use. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. I tried to use your memory card, and I had 5 minutes left of a 128 gigabyte card. So there's something on there.
Jesus.
There's a lot on there. So that's for media guru Alex Johnson to figure out. And you, Brennan, I hooked my PB last night, Saturday night, and you weren't there to weigh it.
I wasn't there to weigh it?
You have my scale.
What do you mean I have your scale? Oh, it's sitting on
my Rapala scale.
What?
You have my Rapala scale.
I do?
You do.
See, wait, time out on that. The way you said
bring your scale on my boat, did you?
He has my Rapala scale.
How do I have your Rapala scale?
You're outsourced on that one, Al.
What?
Do you see this? Do you see this blonde hair? Do you see these blue eyes? I'm close enough to Scandinavia to where I can call it Rapala.
Oh.
This is a Rapala freeloader. I'm gonna go shove a Rapala original floater into a dock in about 48 hours.
I have something to ask though, Jason.
Ask me.
The way you said that though was interesting because you said you hooked.
Not caught.
So
no, I did not.
Does that imply you didn't catch it? Because I don't know how he would weigh it if you didn't catch it.
No, I did not catch my PB this weekend. I actually didn't even hook it. I heard it though.
I heard it.
Okay.
I heard it.
Splash on your wake bait at night?
No, it didn't even come close to it. It was about 100 yards away. But let me tell you, it's something. Now, when the stars align right, I love to go on my night Bassin adventures, and I went on one from about 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. I got a couple, but it didn't pan out. We missed the prime window. It was a little early. And I don't know, this one little honey hole in Pennsylvania has an ex-state record. Big trout eaters, big trout lake. We caught a couple 6s, but we never got the one we're looking for. The biggest one my buddies have hooked out of there was 9.5 out of a kayak at night. Throwing full-size wakes. My one buddy, actually no, our buddy Botek caught 26.5 pounds in the middle of the day out there during a Spro Chad.
Oh, that's where he was?
That's where he was.
I gotta say something. I don't know how people wear these things all day. I've had this on for 4 minutes and I'm done.
You have to have the proper adjustment. You see, and you also have to own it. It's more like aura points, as the kids say. You're just aura farming with the visor.
You gotta break it in. Yeah.
I got a nice hat there now.
Yeah.
Rep the brand.
So this is gonna sound crazy, but we haven't done this since the Ike Derp.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We haven't filmed since before the Ike Derp.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it.
Oh, we haven't even talked about the Ike Derp. Yeah.
No.
We were supposed to film at the Naughty Goose.
At the Ike Derp, and then depression.
And then as we, another extension of what we talked about earlier, the crushes yet again.
Crushed us.
Yeah, they sneak up on you. They really do.
So what happened at the Ike Derp?
Are we bringing this back up? Are we able to fully process the trauma?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's not too much trauma because it's still trauma because there wasn't any solid finishes in the group like there usually is. However, if you would like to see an actual solid finish, I just wanted to say that Brennan actually made a really good YouTube video for once. He's actually getting it together.
Hey, I'm cranking these out.
I'm serious. He's cranking them out, and it came out really good. And if you guys want to actually watch a good YouTube video, just some good old flats bass and a good 17-pound beatdown, go see Brennan Chuprinko. And if you want to see not how to catch him, you can also catch a little Zub cameo in there on how to not catch him at all.
Zub's cameo is my favorite part of the entire video. The two cameos.
If I did have a camera rolling in any capacity, you would see how to catch enough to feel okay about yourself, but not nearly enough to win a boat. That's what you would have experienced on my boat. You also would have experienced how to drop a bunch of fish, two of which being fish that would have helped you tremendously, but still not been enough to win a boat. So
do you think by the year 2030 we'll be able to actually be in contention to win a boat there? It feels
I don't know. I mean,
every time.
We've been fishing this for 4 years, and I've been on a steady incline of a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And if you followed the statistics, I was supposed to win this year.
Supposed to win.
And
steady incline from the smallest bag that we had.
This was the first time I weighed in less than 17 pounds.
You didn't even weigh in, did you?
Exactly. We're gonna tell the crowd that. We're gonna tell the crowd.
Lips.
Well, honestly, just saying he didn't weigh in leaves enough to the imagination that everybody's probably thinking that it's actually better than it was.
Should I just go? I don't want to start now. Do I start now? Do I just do I relive it? Is this my therapy session?
We can't not talk about it. We only teased it for like 3 weeks. So we can't just pretend it didn't happen.
I guess we'll just rip off the Band-Aid then. This was the first major-ish tournament in my entire career where I did not put a single bass in the boat. And I'll be honest with you, it sucks. And the worst part about it is, in my humble opinion, I really never spun out until about 2 o'clock when I just accepted the fact. But there are other factors to me accepting the fact. I'll lead into that. So,
I mean, you were.
It's weird.
It from the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, it hurts because this was the last major tournament I'm probably going to fish on the bay all year. And I've been tracking the fish, grinding the bay since the end of March. Tracking them pretty much, on the general consensus of where they were the entire year until, honestly, the classic. This is the classic of the Chesapeake Bay that isn't the Open.
Yeah.
And it just to come to a fruition of a just absolute ball crusher. It kind of stings.
The bay.
I mean, It's a fickle beast, and all year. To be fair, it's not like I was on a major pad or anything because the bay was so difficult this year to track due to the absolute abnormal weather from that was just bestowed on the Chesapeake Bay this year. It was very difficult to track those fish if you weren't a local.
This year wasn't as fun as it's been in years past. Like, I mean, the Ike tournament day itself, I had fun, but it still wasn't like.
No, it was a lot more difficult than it typically is out there. Guys still caught them though, and I mean, to be fair, it's like it wasn't like we're in the wrong area or anything. I was right next to Brennan all day. But there comes a fact that there's no excuses to why I didn't catch them. There's no excuses to it. However, I did have some extenuating circumstances that I'm not gonna make excuses because at the end of the day, didn't catch them. However, we started off. I fished this tournament with a friend of mine who I worked for, and we had registered for this, months in advance. And he is the casual angler. He is the intended audience of Bumstock Banks, I believe. No, he's a good dude, but he's not a really serious tournament fisherman. But we do have a good time fishing together on a casual setting. When I'm locked in, it's a totally different scenario, and I was kind of locked in. So it's an interesting situation. He came out there and practiced for a couple hours with his dad before he got too sunburned. I didn't get to practice at all, and I wasn't there for about a month. So I was just kind of going on a hunch and a dream. And totally other thing, my boat has officially been towed away today. I didn't even get a chance to get a tracker down there.
Get it out of here.
So we were just going off someone who hasn't been on the Chesapeake Bay all year, found a patch of grass, and said, hey, I have life here. I said, okay, let's go with that. And let's remember, we're not in a flats boat. We're not in a skiff. We're in a Ranger Walleye series, freaking Fitzgerald class Nimitz aircraft carrier that, quote unquote, from him, and we tried it, can't get on pad in less than 4 feet of water. Which, knowing on the Chesapeake Bay, makes it kind of hard to, hop around from spot to spot.
Especially considering what Brennan had to do in the spot.
In the tournament to escape. Where he could get up on pad. Brennan, what can you get on pad?
I don't know, probably like 1.5 feet.
Yeah. So if that's what
we're doing. I pushed the limits of what I could get on pad in that tournament day. Because when it's practice out there,
I'm gonna idle all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna idle it. But especially when your day ends with a low tide.
Yeah.
And you're on the cusp of having a good bag.
Yeah.
We're jumping up.
Oh yeah.
Doing the old Susquehanna slide.
When I was leaving, I would have Jared stand on the bow to try to just trim the engine down just a little bit more. And I would just go, and dude, the whole bottom of my boat was just scraping. You could feel it kind of going. I was like, oh God.
I was legit putting my boat so sideways that I don't even know if my lower unit was in the water anymore.
Yeah.
To jump up. It was one of those situations where Ryan just had to do this, and he's touching the water.
Yeah.
No, I was straight up on the bow, standing on his quadruple stack of transducers that we did not need to have on the boat for this tournament, which made things pretty difficult. Just doing the, up on the front of the boat, trying to get her going, wasn't happening. Wasn't happening.
A little farmer.
No, and it also didn't help that shout out G2 Mechanical, shout out G2 Marine, shout out George Gendler, that he ended the day. Actually, no, didn't end the day. Love the kid to death. This was the first time he fished all year. I think the rod that he caught a couple fish. The rod he caught fish on only had 4 eyes. However, about 11 o'clock, I look over to him, and he was a little toasted the night before. He got warmed up on the crush, and I mean, hey, can you blame him? We were on him. You know what I mean? We found him in practice. We were on him. We're going to get warmed up on the crush. That's what happens. You're going to crush and get on the crush. I turn around about 11 o'clock. I'm pretty locked in. I'm on the sticks, visor up, hood up. I'm looking pretty locked. I turn around. And this dude looks like this. I swear to you, he had this color was his skin. He was methylate, and I look at him, I go, George? He's like, what? I'm like, George, your skin. He's like, oh, is it bad? He's wearing like jean work shorts and a high vis like working t-shirt and a baseball hat with a couple of holes in it. And I go, George, do we have to go to the hospital right now? He's like, oh, all right. And I'm like, I'm going to put my legs in the water, though. So he sits on the back deck, puts his legs in the water.
That's why he was doing that.
And every time a blade of grass hit his skin, a tear would come out of his eyes. So that kind of killed morale.
Yeah.
And this was at 9:30 in the morning. No.
Yeah. So.
Well, speaking of 9:30 in the morning, I didn't catch a fish until like 11. So.
Yeah. Not easy.
No. Granted, we went on quite a fun run to end the day, but I guess I'll just rewind it all the way back.
Yeah, bring her back. Up to you, Al.
I decided to send the 2 and a bit hour drive and day trip a pre-practice on Tuesday. And if tournament was on Tuesday, we probably would have won. I honestly found them like I've never found them before there. I was practicing, so I was trying to not stick them and still had like 21, 22 in like less than a half hour on one spot.
Yeah, that helps the cause.
So I'm going into the week thinking I have a chance to win the tournament. And then I roll up on that spot Friday afternoon, and it is complete chocolate milk. Like, not even close to what it looked like on Tuesday. And that combined with Ryan also had a spot that he had found a couple weeks prior that he was on some 20-pound class fish that also turned into chocolate milk. But unlike me, he got 2 bites out of it the day before on Friday, and they were both 4-pounders. So we were under the impression that maybe we could catch some out there. So we started there, didn't catch any, fished my stuff, didn't catch any, ran some other random flat stuff, didn't catch any. And then suddenly I find myself flipping wood in the back of furnace. And I have the epiphany of, what am I doing?
Wait, you flip wood during the Derby day? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
no, that's full scale crash out crash.
At 10:30 in the morning.
I didn't realize you were doing that. I thought that was the practice day.
No.
No.
At 10:30 in the morning on Derby day with 0 fish in the live well, I was flipping wood in the back of furnace.
Oh, man.
And
did you get a bite?
Well, no. Then a thought crossed my mind. And that thought was, when I was running out in the morning, I'm buzzing the flat, and I look over the side of my boat, and I turn to Ryan, I go, hey, the water's clear here. And it was a little bit before the spot that we wanted to fish. So I was all excited thinking that the spot we wanted to fish might be clear too. Because it was a very fluid situation there. If you don't know, there was a lot of rain. They were opening up the dam. They were closing the dam. And, the water clarity switches very quickly there. So from day to day, it could have filtered out with the tide. So we were kind of just hoping that things would clean up in certain areas. I get to that area and it's not clean. So I had gotten into my head, like, it was low light. It was still early in the morning. I was like, maybe when I was running, it just like looked clean because it wasn't that far from where we were fishing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, maybe it just looked like it was early in the morning or whatever. But then I'm reminded of that moment when I'm in the back of Furnace. And I go, you know what? Maybe it was clean water. And I'm like, Ryan, sit down. We need to not do this. So I hop up, I go, I run there, I get to it, and I start kind of coasting, doing the old, as slow as I can go while still on plane and looking over the side of the boat. And I go, fuck. It's crystal fucking clear. And I knew it the first thing in the morning. It was the first water I saw. I knew it was. And I kept going. So I'm a little mad at myself, but anyway, we sit down, and I mean, we caught fish for pretty much the rest of the day. A lot of inconsistency in size. I jumped off a 4+ pounder on a chatterbait. I also lost another fish right at the boat that was in the 3.5 class. But I mean, all in all, we had, I think, just under 17 pounds. And I mean, we are making this sound a little worse than it was. Me and Brennan both top 20'd. So it wasn't like abysmal, but in this tournament, like,
you have high expectations, and it's not points. You win or die,
Yeah, you win or you lose.
I mean, not to cut you off on anything, but I think that's kind of why I was so, like, search, because I spent whatever time I could on the trolling motor trying to find that water quality, or just, like, grinding. Because I'm like, okay, if I grind out here, because I got a bite in some places, I actually have, I'm just going to say this right now. PSA, Sunline, you just lost a fan. I broke 2 fish off on this. Well, I don't know if it was a bad batch or what.
Yeah, snakehead.
Me and my one buddy had
snakehead
happen. No, like twice. I had 2 fish come off just like on the freaking thump. Broke halfway up the leader on freaking Sunline. Not all Sunline, just this freaking super. Like, I just blew my mind. But no, I'd go back through areas and catch like George would catch like a 10-inch on a black Senko, and I'm like, the right quality isn't here. And just, because this is a derb where, it's like, you got to be around the right quality.
That was
there's no points if you don't have 20 pounds to come to the scale. Even though come to the scale, because it is a great derb with a great cause. But don't expect to be content with yourself.
We caught such a random mix because, like, we caught like 25, 30 something fish that day. But, like, first thing in the morning, Jared caught like a almost 3, like, first cast in. I catch a 4, like, within our first like 5 fish. We caught like another 3.5, and I'm like, they got to be here. Like, there's got to be more 4-pounders. And we fished it for the rest of the day, and we only caught like 1 more upper 3. And we caught so many, like, 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds, 2-pounders, but that was like driving me nuts. I was like, there has to be more.
Well, no, I guarantee in that area of grass you're fishing, Brennan, there was 25 pounds swimming around everywhere.
Probably. I just don't know if it's just like you have to catch them before it drops out, because, like, once it gets too low, do they just slink out and swim away?
See, it still would not have been like enough to win, but if I land 2 of those fish I drop, we probably have close to 19. And if I trusted my eyeballs and would have, like, stopped there first thing in the morning,
you have a shot
the entire day. I mean, who knows? I mean, we never got like a giant bite there, so I can't assume that, like, we would have had into the 20s. Like, we could have just had more of what we already had. but I do think that if we were on that stuff all day, we definitely get into that 19 range. I mean, the biggest fish we had, Ryan caught like a 4.5, probably it was. I don't really know. I didn't weigh it, but it was probably 4.25, 4.5 on like at one point when the tide was moving out, the kind of the clean water was moving with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck it, sit down for a second. And I jumped up and like just ran like 100 yards behind me.
Yeah.
And set the boat down. And then on like the second cast, Ryan catches that like bigger fish. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I feel like I said, if we were in there for a little longer or for the whole day and could have actually like broke down the spot, because this also wasn't a spot that like I practiced either. So
Yeah.
like we were just kind of fishing around and trying to get our, you know how it is. You try to make lines and like kind of get your little zones, and we had to kind of figure that out on the fly. If we had more time to do that, I think it maybe goes a little better. I don't think, like I said, we never got a giant bite, so I don't think we win the tournament. But I think we definitely have a, shot at.
It's like you have to find that spot because, like, I've talked to you guys about this. I don't care if you let this little piece of bait tidbit fly out. If you want to edit it out, you'll edit it out. But it's like, I'm serious. When you catch all of the large caliber fish I've ever caught in the Chesapeake Bay are close, but they're on their own little thing. That giant class fish, that that upper kicker level fish.
Yeah.
Like they're on their own. So like it could have just been one cast on one little freak piece of cover out in that area that you had, and that's all it could take.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, even when I caught, it wasn't big, or it was like a 3 3/4 towards the end of the day. I was fishing like the main bigger mat of like matted grass with a frog, and I like looked to my right, and there's like a couple random smaller little mat patches, and fire it over first cast, like eats it on the frog. But it's just
that's like the winners, and really the top two guys. The top two guys were very close. They both had like 21 something. Yeah. But I don't know those two guys at all. So I don't know who they are. I don't know what their boats look like. I don't know where they were fishing. But I can say that some of the guys who were like in the mix with those like 19 class pound bags are buddies of mine, and they weren't fishing the same thing I was, but I could see them. Like they were like a quarter mile down from me. So I know that like I wouldn't be surprised if the winners were in my area. It seemed to me at least like it was the place to be.
Hear the podcast? I think it was with the Ike podcast. The winner caught a 5-pounder like on the bank, I think in like back channel, like in the morning or something like that. Like caught one.
Way.
Yeah. I was like, damn. So they must have been bouncing around a little bit.
It just randomly bounced. You got to be able to bounce out there. You really do.
I feel like I'm finding more and more that you need to hit a couple spots.
It depends how on the flat is. Like the flat has been weird.
Yeah.
All spring, and still going into like now. Well, I don't know what it is like right now because I haven't been since like tournament, but all spring up until the Ike tournament, the flat has been very strange. And on a day where it only takes 21 to win it, like when the flat is on, it's not taking 21.
Yeah.
It's taking 23, 24, 25. But on a day where stuff is blown out and there's only so many places to fish and the flat is off, that opens the door to somebody catching the winning limit, scrapping around. Yeah, you could. It takes a special day, but you could catch 20 if you have a special day. You can catch 21 pounds just fishing around all sorts of different stuff. Hitting high percentage things that about. and kind of one fish here, one fish there, scrapping it together. When it gets into that 24-pound range, it's pretty hard to do that not fishing the grass on the flat. At least in I don't know, guys could have secret stuff I've never heard of to be able to do it. But at least in what I've seen is like, you have to have something special on that flat to get a bag like that. But when it's 21, there's a lot of different ways you could do that. It's not easy. It's really, really hard. I don't think I could do it. I think I'd have if I tried running around and scrapping around. I mean, that's what I tried all morning. And I had 0 fish. So there's the proof right there. I know I can't do it, but some guys can. And maybe that's what they did.
We'll find out next year when the flat comes
back.
Next
year when we get back on them. Or you can invite your friends on the Bums Tie Bass podcast.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you want to spill some secrets?
Well, I do know one secret that I'm going to let out right now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Second place.
Yep.
They had a smallmouth.
Oh,
yeah.
See that? Yeah.
So I know where they were. Unless one got
at least for one of their 5 fish, I know where they were.
Extremely, extremely lost.
Yeah.
Because in April I caught a smallmouth pretty much in the back channel.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So I don't know if all the rains
could have confused one.
Really? Oh yeah, you did do that the other year, right?
Right, but that had to be a retread. Retread.
For sure.
Smallmouth went left instead of right. And
did anybody on the MLF Potomac catch a smallmouth?
I don't think
so. No, because they weren't allowed to run into DC, I don't think.
Oh, really?
Makes sense.
What do you think the survival rate of a smallmouth that's dropped off at anchor is?
Not ideal. Rest in peace, little guy.
What's the survival rate of a smallmouth in a Jason Zubris live well?
0.
Or a largemouth. I'm kidding. I have my juice right here, guys.
Yeah. So Brennan, you just kind of hung out and caught fish all day, huh?
Yeah, we just kind of sat down in the one spot that you kept on Friday when you were like, I'm gonna come find, because we were like, we got the clear water, and I was like looking at Jared's like, he's getting close. And then it was just like one long stretch of grass. It kind of came out. It was kind of weird. It was like one little thin strip that went way out, and then there was like a big mat on the inside with a ton of eelgrass, and we just kind of fished the edge and then just back and forth for like the 8 hours. I mean, we caught most of our fish in the morning though, when the tide was still up.
Yeah, but let me rephrase you this way here. They weren't just sitting down locked in catching fish. I think the worst part, I somehow stayed mentally strong on this. But these dudes do nothing but do their entire stand-up routine the entire time. Man, these guys are freaking madly in love on that boat, I swear, because I've never heard more laughing, more hooting and hollering. Those fish weren't scared. I mean, guys are saying, don't talk on the boat. These fish are getting scared. No, they don't, because these guys are having full-blown freaking comedy sessions out there, cracking up. And I think I've never seen a man like on the verge of a crash out higher than George Gendler about 10 o'clock when he's just watching Jared giving the beans on the frog. They're just like, they're laughing. They got 25 pounds. What are we doing? Direct
two years in a row, one of the people on this podcast have sent George Gendler into a crash out by hooting and hollering within proximity of him. Because me and Ryan did that to him last year.
Did he crash out last year?
Yeah. Remember when we caught that 5-pounder and we were like jumping up and down and screaming?
Oh, yeah.
Zub, you just can't get close to anyone while you're fishing, because Zub's like starting to work his way down towards us. Jared cracks like a 3-something. and then like they pass us, and then he cuts to the other side. He's still like maybe you're only like 50 yards away, and then I think we like doubled up, right? We're like, oh, they're still here, Zoom.
I scare him in for you.
Yeah,
I can attest to how brutal it is to fish next to Brennan and Jared, because I mean, Zub has heard this story before for sure. But back in college, when we were fishing a tournament, funny enough, also on the bay, found some fish in the grass late in the fall, and we both decided, well, we'll just roll in there and fish next to each other, whatever. And the difference.
Dead silence to just giggling, nonstop giggle.
In the vibe on our two boats was insane. I mean, I'll never forget. My partner hooks a good one, what wound up being the best fish we hooked all day, and he loses it right next to the boat. And he's on his knees. I'm laying on my back with the net, just looking up into the sky. And all I hear is it's these two, like Patrick and SpongeBob in class.
Oh yeah,
a laugh.
It was so funny. I just remember him dropping to his knees and you just like letting out a very loud scream and then just dead silence.
There was a solid 10 seconds of you could hear a pin drop, and then all of a sudden,
absolutely.
Was it after that we caught our bigger one of the day, or was it before that?
I don't even remember.
Are you talking about the same? Are you still talking about the Dusky?
Dusky.
What year was this?
This was final year for us.
This was 2020 fall bay.
Yeah.
Oh, this was 2020 fall bay. I thought this was Dusky.
No, I mean every single one of us top 10, so it didn't really matter. But
no, it didn't really matter. But I was just like, I love how you guys are all the way out there. I was just on some side mission.
Yeah.
yeah.
Rolling through with the tracker.
This freaking everybody's going this way. I'm gonna go right. Time to take the tracker.
You gotta love when college used to launch us out of the Bush River.
And Pat freaking fishing on the trolling motor in the Bush River and sneaking.
And he got him too.
Yeah. That was
he snuck in. He actually snuck in 12th place because there were 2 double qualifiers who are both on maybe.
Oh yeah.
Because he snuck in with like 3 fish. They didn't even catch a limit down.
God, that year was a monumental year. Alex, you're lucky I didn't I would have had you if I didn't totally all rig. If I didn't kill myself in the second tournament.
I mean, in any other year, you were Angler of the Year. In any other year, you were Angler of the Year.
Absolute peak. It's been all downhill since. I thought I finally had it figured out. And then, mystery wave. Speaking of mystery waves, I figured we might as well end this saga really quick. I'm sad, everybody.
What? Because it's gone?
I'm really sad. Like, I'm so happy.
Why you could possibly be sad about that?
I'm beyond thrilled it's over. Don't get me wrong. But like, as much hell as I had with that boat, I looked at the dots. Boat was in Oklahoma. Boat was in Champlain. Boat was in Florida. You know?
Yeah, that's the only trips it survived. 3.
It didn't even come close to surviving.
No, yeah.
Actually,
the third trip killed it.
It only survived one of them.
It did.
Oklahoma.
It only did survive one. Of them.
It had a 30.
That wasn't the boat though. That was the Mercury.
It does matter.
Right,
to survive. Whatever. No,
that doesn't matter. They're according to insurance, they're one and the same, and that way they're one and the same on this podcast. Like,
did you get the check?
I mean, I got a college win out of that freaking thing. You know what I mean? Like that's something you don't forget. You know, scoliosis for that tournament. It's a win is a win. I have a 3 foot by 3 foot fucking coin in my house. You know what? Screw it. Shout out Steven Botek for catching one fucking fish that entire tournament. I'm serious though. Shout out Steven Botek. Because I said, Steve, there's going to be one fish on this one fucking crib in the middle of Sandusky Bay. Please just catch one off of it and we'll be okay. That motherfucker caught the one fish we needed to win that tournament. I caught the other 25. But like...
Hey, listen. Steve Botek fan club right here.
Shout out Steven Botek. Thank you for your service.
Steve Botek has 0 friends. I am dead.
Steve, there's 5 haters left on this planet. Never mind. I'm going to stop there. Right now, it's over. I'll get into the fine details once the check hits. The Nitro breakdown. No, it just got towed away. I got to hand the title over to Progressive once they confirm everything.
When you get in the new rig?
Oh, Bumstock Bass podcasted. I have so much loot back here for you guys. I have so many electronics. If anybody wants some electronics, Bumstock Bass family, please let me know. I have all of your Humminbird networking accessories. I have a brand new inbox HDS Live 12, a brand new inbox Active Target 2, brand new inbox Helix.
You should just triple stack the
Gen 4
tracker.
You have no idea how bad I want to take LS32 off the tracker and put Active Target with the 12 back on there and use the LS32 and dedicate it to ice fishing.
We will be opening up the Bums Buy My Shit store very soon.
Bums Buy My Shit live via Facebook.
Bums Craigslist.
Yeah. Why is it not possible to buy a mapping card that covers the whole US anymore?
Because they want you to pay more money.
You mean this one?
That's just a portion. That's the Northeast.
Right. Just buy 5 of them, Alex. Come on.
Yeah, $150 a piece times 5.
Right. What are you, poor? If you're broke, just say that. If you're broke, just say that.
No. Listen to this. The new ones, right? The most up-to-date Humminbird Lake Master, right? The VX Premium.
Mm-hmm.
It's $200 a card.
It's crazy.
And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 regions.
To the US?
That includes a couple Canadas, but
that's
10
crazy.
US.
Pretty much. They're gas. The whole thing is there's a lot of data in those Humminbird Lake Master cards because they have to have the proper software to link them with the Ultrex.
It's probably
all the other data on it. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. At the end of the day, they are inflating it because they know they have a good product. That's it.
It's probably cheaper to buy the new Explorer and just have it preloaded in the entire.
Yeah, no, it is. It 100% is.
I mean, all they're doing is keeping me from buying it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
If their thought was, I'll get them to buy 5, wrong. I'm just buying that Onyx now.
Yeah, Garmin gets my money.
Yeah, like that's
I gotta.
so crazy.
Are you trying to buy? What are you trying to buy? The Mississippi?
No, I'm just trying to buy. I'm just trying to buy. Well, I was trying to buy the entire country.
Yeah.
But apparently that doesn't exist. But they have it split up, right? They have. So if I buy the Northeast card,
yeah,
I don't even have the Bay.
Yeah, no, the Northeast isn't on there. Is it on a Lake Master?
Yeah.
Which is it on?
It's on the Mid-Atlantic.
That's
Are you
why.
talking about
always,
are you talking about the Bay and the Potomac?
the Northeast
Yeah.
is on the.
Well, no,
So-
the Bay and the Potomac, if I'm correct on this is not great. They're on the Coastmaster chip. I don't even know if they're on the Lake Master chips.
Yeah. Because I run an avionics chip on the Bay.
So now we're talking, right? Now we're talking 3 chips just to fish the local stuff I fish.
Yeah.
Then I want to have good maps for out on the Mississippi for the national championship, right? They have a chip that's just Wisconsin.
All the lakes.
So, but
But does that cover? 'Cause we don't.
cover the entire playing field.
Oh, because it doesn't cover the was it the upper portion, lower portion?
No, I know you could also go and download them by region directly via the website.
Well, you can download specific lakes too, right? I did that for Grand, but then it's like it was like $40 for Grand Lake for one lake.
Al, you know what an absolute cheat code is, though?
What?
The app.
The
You guys have the app?
No.
Navionics
One
app?
Boat Network app?
That stupid thing. You can connect your new Ultrex to that, right?
I don't have any Lake Master or anything because I'm not doing it.
The One Boat Network app is nice. However, that app's $50 a year.
Ah, another one.
I want it on my unit. I don't want it on my phone.
No, I agree.
It's
Why don't you
it's-
start like,
it's-
I don't know.
I'm just gonna be running my little
wait,
phone on the side.
Actually, hang on. And that I'm still not even all the way through with this because also on Helix units they don't share mapping.
Yeah, so if you want to run two.
So now everything I said, you gotta double it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just unplug it and plug it in the front when you go fishing.
No, because then that's how the Helix map card goes into the Mississippi River.
So for me to be able to look at maps on Lake Master of just the bodies of water I was fishing for the rest of this year, which is more than halfway over, by the way, just for the bodies of water I'll be fishing for the rest of this year, I would need to buy 10 chips.
Yeah, at $200 a piece.
At $200 a piece.
So
That's why
you
you
buy the Navionics.
the new
Buy
Explorer.
Navionics Garmin Plus. I call it that.
That's what I am buying. I'm buying Navionics. But even the new Navionics, I mean, it's a lot less regions, but the Navionics used to have the
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah, everything.
And
And coast.
yeah.
Not in fine
now
detail, but it'll be able to tell you where the channel markers are. And that's the main thing that you're looking for, you know?
Well, I had
this much money. I want fine detail.
I had the all US and Canada card on my last boat on the Triton, and it worked great.
Yeah.
Everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So now I gotta buy, and I'm also confused, to be honest, about the Navionics, because there's Navionics and then there's Garmin Navionics, and the one works with any unit, but if you buy the Garmin specific Navionics, it only works with a Garmin. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which are even like compatible with my Humminbird. And then still, right? So now the newest best Navionics is the Navionics Platinum Plus, which it's only 4 regions, but still, just to accomplish what I'm doing this year, I'd need to buy 2, and they're $250 a piece.
Oh, what have you been using? Where are your current mapping cards that you've had your entire fishing career?
Well, so far, up until this point, I only use my maps on the Garmins.
Okay.
I don't use the mapping for the birds at all. But I wanted to get Lake Master, especially for like the Mississippi, so that I could have 2 maps and compare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking at, and also I had Ryan had a Helix 7 lying around that I put on the front of my boat so that I could have one screen to just have maps and not have to like split screen with my 360 or my live scope. So I wanted one screen, this dedicated map. So I was like, okay, I'll buy a mapping card and start using the hummingbirds for mapping too. And after I mount and install and run wire for this new unit, I realized that hummingbird mapping is absolutely fucking impossible.
I'm big on brand continuity on a rig. I just think it makes sense. It makes things easier. It's interchangeable on like a traveling circus and all that jazz. I can't do the force. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do the force.
Yeah, but what do you need a force for? Like the guy that I was rigging the boat for, he was like, "Oh, I wanted to connect so I could do the jog feature and all this stuff." I was like, "But like, it's not like for a bass fisherman, especially like." There's no reason you need to have your trolling motor hooked up to your units.
I would know.
There's no reason.
I would know.
Like, this is the second time you've mentioned it and like the linking to the Ultrex. What does that even do?
Oh, like guys down the Great Lakes do it a lot. You could follow a contour pretty much. Or you could like have it snake like a certain depth. You have it follow a grass line.
You could have it go to your next waypoint, but like it's not a realistic.
That is so just like means absolutely nothing to me.
It's so niche for someone that might want to use it, and it's just so highly unnecessary to figure out too.
Listen, when they ban live trolling back into the elites of 2026, telling you for that ledge nerds, when you were able to troll that 6XD.
When trolling's allowed, did you say at the next?
Yeah, when they're bringing back trolling. Didn't you hear?
No.
But when they do, I'll be ready.
You know what? I may have to do some editing here because if I ever do go pro,
I like the new Explorers. They were pretty cool. There is a learning curve. There is some difficulty to figuring them out. I felt the touchscreen was a little laggy compared to the Garmin. I think there still needs some work on that. But the clarity of it was nice. Functionality was decent. Waypoint management better, much better. But
there's no doubt that on my next boat I want to run straight freaking 106 SVs the whole way around.
Yeah.
And like just have a freaking, a dual scope. If that's legal in any capacity.
Well, that was the next point that I was going to say. I kind of got lost in the shuffle of some other stuff, but the depending on what your rules like allow, I would rather run a second scope in perspective mode than 360.
I like 360 a lot, though.
You need to get Pat on here and talk about that.
Yeah, well, we did actually once already. So we actually had a very long conversation about that on this podcast with Pat months ago. So
We'll have Pat back to talk about the first annual Boat Things Derb.
I actually, I'll talk to you guys after the show, but we are gonna have Pat back on probably in the next episode. But I don't know. I mean, listen, it's a interesting and fun tool, but I've now had 360 on my boat for about a year, and I mean, I don't think I can point to a single time, not one time, where I was like, oh yeah, I caught that fish because of my 360.
Really? I like it. I like it because I don't know, the way I feel like I fish, it helps. Like even just like, seeing like the bluegill beds the other day, just like seeing that and aiming.
Yeah, but like you can see that on how well is the LS32 perspective, because you've been using on Brian's boat. Compare the LS32 to your 360.
But see, I like it because I don't have.
Or is that not tuned in enough to really dial it
in? No, I think that, I mean, I'm not going to argue anything about the 32. My argument's about the 34. I mean, the 32 is, I mean, it's all right.
32, we'll call it obsolete tech. Let's call it 34. Yeah, I'm serious. No.
Now that I'm used to the 34, it's like almost impossible for me to look at.
Well, give me the 34
I think that might be part of my problem with 360 is that I'm used to what the 34 in perspective looks like, and it makes the 360 seem obsolete, like in comparison. Like it's like, you know, like when you were younger, right? All the video games you played were cool and fine. If you go back and play a PS2 game now, the graphics are so bad you can't even like see the bad guys.
No, you can't process them. You don't understand how he processed them.
You're like, how did I ever play this?
Right.
That's how I feel with it. Is like I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. like when I'm looking at my unless it's like super obvious stuff like bluegill beds or like a big rock pile or something. But like if it's not like super obvious, 90% of the time I look over at my 360 and I'm like, I have no clue what any of that is.
So I'll bring up a situation where it kind of plays. And because we used it, so this past weekend I was actually up on Oneida. And up on Oneida, up in your Finger Lake situations, you're fishing a lot of a rock grass mix.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to find that rock, that perfect hole, that perfect mix with your scope. You're able to find it, but I'll be honest, if I had that 360 going, it saves a lot of time with pre-graphing. If you go pre-graph, you have the dots, you can find it. Even with the, your two scopes, you'll be able to find it. But I'll be honest, that's a situation where you could find the 360s working better. And as well as, I'm sure Pat brought this up as well. In your deeper water situations, without certain adjustments to your perspective mode, you're not going to be able to find it, But as the technology is evolving, the 360 is slowly phasing out.
And I will say, I do think there's large potential for 360 to come into play in my upcoming Cayuga tournament.
Absolutely.
I did have 360 come into play a little bit on Candlewood in the fall. I think a big product of me not using it that much this year is I haven't really fished many.
We've been stuck on the bay.
Yeah, we've been stuck in tidal.
I mean, I've been kind of doing the two extremes of like I would say 80% of my fishing this year has been the two extremes of either fishing like bay style, like super shallow in grass and stuff, or fishing out in the absolute middle of nowhere for fish that aren't on anything.
Yeah, just scoping them.
Well, there's an application for 360 on that too. When you have your beamed out, you can actually see bait. and it'll give you an idea where to point.
It's
It
too
is
slow.
too slow. No, I agree with that. Even when you speed it up, it is too slow. But that's an application on it.
It's
And
too
this is
slow,
my
but I will say it does come in handy with that. But honestly, most of
if you're looking really quick, instead of more you just see it pop up really quick. It gives you an idea.
no, but that is starting to come in play now, because now we're getting into the time of the season where it's like summer and all those fish are off.
Yeah,
like,
and they're on that. Yeah,
most of the like roamer out in the middle of nowhere fish that I was catching this spring like weren't even bait oriented. They were just
no, you can't find roamers on that. There is one last thing where the 360 does come into play a lot, and this is not really a controversial take, but I think it really helps with boat positioning. Number one, I think the number one tool with the 360 is your boat positioning. It gives you that perspective, your proper positioning on the grass line, your positioning on the rock pile, keeps your distance. Because you get scope range sometimes. You know what I mean? You get logged out, you start chasing something, you start looking at it. That 360 is something that keeps you grounded. And that's
like it just
but
helps you
also
visualize
having that constant perspective will also do that same thing.
Yeah, I just think if I had the choice, my brain is just so broken by seeing things live that waiting for that thing to spin around like drives me nuts. Like I don't know how you guys fish, but me personally, I never fish slow enough to like be able to see the whole thing.
That's fair.
I mean, I feel like
all day my 360 just looks like streaks. Like it just looks blurry because I'm moving the whole time.
See, I'll use it when I like am moving, or like if I'm moving around, like I'm not looking at it too much. But if I start like the other day with like bluegill beds and stuff like that, like if I see them starting to pop up, I'll talon down real quick and I'll just kind of like let it go for a second so I can kind of see what the whole area looks like. Like I can see where the grass and there's like a hole like off to the side, and I could pitch right to that, catch one right there. Like it lets me make some extra casts that I necessarily wouldn't see with like scope or. I think panning around.
I think it's just a stylistic clash for me because like the only time I'm fishing slow enough for it to like get all the way around is when I'm like in a grass bed at the bay and like it's so thick in there that you can't see anything on it.
No, it's just not practical.
Yeah.
But talking about absolute obsolete technology, talon down. In the year of our Lord 2025, this dude said talon down.
Hey man, I love my talons. Knock on wood.
Sure they look.
I can reach down in 12 feet of water. How deep can you go?
You like, and Jeff Gustafson.
Zub can't go zero. He goes zero right now.
What do you mean? No, I go 8 feet.
Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys have been noticing this, but my phone is Brennan, your bluegill reel is popping off right now.
Is it really? Let's go. Yo, people are commenting. Come on.
What bluegill did you post?
You didn't see it? Go look at Bubs Talk Bass, you pain in the ass. This man, I was like, Zoop, go watch the Ike video because I put him in it. And he's like, I'll watch it. Like yesterday, he goes, oh, that was funny.
I watched.
Shout out Pink Club.
Oh, 'tis the season for the bluegill eaters. Oh, they're getting freaky.
Getting freaky. That and
somebody would match my freak.
Zoob's catfish reel has popped off.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about the war, Zoob?
Yeah, no. Actually, no, I have nothing more to say about the catfish reel. That I think all fish should be treated with equal and proper respect, and because they're all unique species and should be respected in their own individual and special way. Just like all the people of the world.
As the video clearly shows, nothing else happened.
No.
Nothing else happened.
It's very clear.
Well, nothing ever happened.
With the pickerel, though. Ice fishing to take home and eat.
Or the snakes, or I don't know.
Ever had some pickled pickerel?
Oof.
Oh, dude, I didn't make any pickled pickerel this year, and I'm so upset about that.
No,
I didn't make any. I didn't really have a good pickerel out.
Just
How
the
many
crab
crappy
rice.
fillets are still in your freezer?
We finished them off actually after we had a little fellas weekend.
Well,
You ate
we cooked up
1,000
we cooked up
fillets.
well over 100.
Jesus.
Well, between giving them all away, I was giving them away to my barber. I was giving them away to the people on the street. I gave some to the homeless. For reference, I filleted probably around 2,000 crappies this year with a group of guys.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
While we're on the topic of filleting and the Ike Derb we just discussed, snakehead is unbelievable.
Delicious. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
When did you guys eat it? I didn't even see it.
So good. We made it at Schrader's.
Oh, Schrader's. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Rick.
Dude. Shout out Rick the Stick.
Rick the Stick. I've never thought of that, and that's not leaving it now.
No, I shouldn't have said. My other buddy Rick is Rick the Stick. That's actually his Instagram name.
Oh,
So,
let's call this guy Rick the Dick then.
yeah, that Rick can't take it.
He can't take
But
it.
yeah, no. Rick
Hey, yo.
on the sticks of the chefing sticks, and Connor with the random local Cajun seasoning that he bought at whatever store he hit on his way home.
Nice.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like,
phenomenal combo.
Dude, it was so good.
Just pan fried?
Yep.
I have not yet to try snakehead yet. One of these days. Next year.
Bro, I will from this point forward, I will be keeping every snakehead I catch.
Oh yeah, there's no reason not to. Also, entirely off topic. Greatest bait casting reel of all time. Number one. Not even like not two, not three, one.
It just needs to be
That's
right.
not That's not a basic SLX. I believe you meant to show a base model SLX if you were talking about the best reel of all time.
No.
That's not even the basic. There you go. No, that's not it.
I don't know if I have any base model SLXs in the cut right now.
I'll take the rest. If you want to get rid of them, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to see something absolutely tragic?
Maybe. What? What
do you got going on in there?
All right.
What is that?
What do you mean?
This bait?
What is that?
You know what this bait is?
Is that the
Yeah. The
already?
mid-derb crash out. Was slinging her up.
Oh,
Out of
and
the old tracks. I had one blow up on it. Cool bait.
Yeah.
Cool bait.
How many more are you gonna buy? Ooh, I gotta buy.
They're $75 a pop.
It's just unbelievably situational.
Yes. And that situation has ended, so I'm not going to buy it. So
Yeah, it can be deadly in the situation, but it's a very
situation has ended. Very, very upset that that's over.
Wah, wah.
Not sad that it's over. Happy that it happened. Anyway, gosh, what else? What else do you want to rip into a little bit? I had to talk about a night a little bit.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
What'd you have? Top 10 finish? Top 20?
Yeah. No, we had a pretty good finish out there. It's like we did a whole, it's hard to get out Bassin when you want to. You live a complex schedule, and I live in the bass fishing capital of the world, being 2 hours away from the great city of New York. the beautiful Interstate 81 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. So we saw that the wind was right, and me and my tournament partner Connor, we both have enough experience on Oneida to where we feel comfortable. However, Oneida it's a wonderful fishery, and it's back. It was teetering for a little bit, and it's back in a way that you can never imagine. It is the most fun that I've had in such a long time. Like, there's no reason you guys should not stop there on the way home if the wind's right. Now, the issue with Oneida is that it's an east-west lake, and the max depth is like 40 feet. It gets big. Gets big, scary, and nasty really fast. But we saw the forecast. Forecast looked good. Like, okay, let's go run back. So there's like a Hammer New York team trail. It's called the Empire Team Trail. Like, I don't know, throw a couple names out there that people know. Jody White and Alec Morrison took our pictures. They're pretty good up there.
Jody White Team Trail.
Jody was there. There's I'm trying to think the Missouri's like a couple. I'm trying to think. Kyle Patrick was there. Who else was there? Anyway, there's a lot of really devout, absolute Hammer. Casey Smith, a bunch of Hammer New York people, all fish this one Empire Team Trail. So if you don't have 20 pounds, don't come to the games, typically. My one buddy's from back home, they do very well up there. But no, so just for going out there and running around, Oneida, you think it's a really big lake because it's a finger lake. It's a large lake, but it's manageable to the point where you could pick your spots and there's nothing that's really off limits during the tournament. You know what I mean? You don't feel like anything's like an impossible run.
Yeah.
It's not like, everything is always on the table there, which makes it a really good tournament fishery. And we got 1 hour of practice in, and after some local intel, we looked around. No, I'm serious. And the local intel was our buddies that fished the Cash and Rods tournament the day before that had a 1/2 inch of crawfish in the bottom of their well. Not gobies, not perch, not bait fish eaters, big ass orange crawfish. I think it's that. So we did our number on similar baits to that. Like, I was throwing this little guy around. Did pretty well on that, the old juvie craw. That's a staple up there, but the biggest Oneida staple, in my opinion, right now is the same one that it was about 20 years ago. Poor boy baits.
Yes.
Hey, look at that.
I was so back on. I was flipping one around casting style, throwing one around bait cast. I throw a tube on a 7.2 medium heavy spinning rod. I'll crack it on that. And we caught a lot of fish this week, so we had the chance to experiment. We had the winning fish hooked. I'll break down a quick there. So Connor went up there. He's my tournament partner, Connor. He went up there either the week before or 2 weeks before. He got second in a really big tournament up there. Was feeling pretty good on some of his stuff. A buddy of ours, the week before, caught like 23 pounds and won like the week before on similar setting up stuff. It's basically that shallower grass rock mix. They're really not out on those deep rocks. And here's the thing, there's really not deep rocks there. We're talking like a grass rock mix in 6 to 12.
I like that.
You see what I mean? They're mixed on that, they're like...
Feels like inland sea.
So here's the other thing too. When they fished there the last time, it was a lot colder. And it was a very overcast day. When we were there, it was fairly calm, pretty sunny. And we look out there. And when we get up to this first flat, bed city. 100% they were on bedding fish. And we immediately went to panic because I'm like, the bedding fish are over. That's none. And then Connor makes a very long cast with a Z-Man Gobius. 4.5 pounder comes eye level with us and sends the Gobius directly into my left eyeball. They're still here. And we just talked about that same thing where a 360 would have been nice, but we were just panning around looking for that hard spot in the grass. And a buddy of mine talked about this on a podcast at one time. And he said the best way, pre-scope before Oneida, was to go out in April and find all those rocks beforehand graph them, mark them. And then when the grass comes up, you know where the hard spots are. Because that's the whole thing, whether you're fishing. Because you'll have grass in Oneida grow, 15, 17 feet deep. You have that grass still come all the way up. Yeah. Just finding those holes and running as many of them as possible is kind of how you do well. No, we had a couple of deeper stretches that we tried, and we had a drop shot rigged up for deeper stuff. Later in the day, we started hitting some of the same, hard spots with a drop shot. He pitches 8 feet in front of the boat. All of a sudden, drop shot is under the boat. He goes, "Oh, I'm still at the hook." I've never seen a bigger largemouth in that lake. Just roll. Just came whale side. Never set the hook. Never felt them. So we had the right bites to do very well in that tournament. We ended with around 18 pounds. At us, upper part of the pack because it was a tougher day. But when you're just able to go around, you're not playing minnow. You're using the scope, but you're seeing them positioned on the rock, and you're just cracking a tube.
Yeah, it's fun.
Flipping a drop shot. You're just having fun. It was a little too calm for the moving bait deal. But just it was a good old fashioned beatdown, and it's kind of exactly what I needed after whatever the hell happened at the Egg Derb. So, no, would highly recommend Oneida to anybody heading up to New York because it is the spot. I fished there in the fall. We caught 21 pounds, so we didn't even come close to a check. If that makes you feel nice, I don't know. It doesn't.
One of these days, I'll make it to Oneida. Still,
it's so hard because you can have, it's not like there isn't a lot of places to hide.
Yeah.
So you plan to have a trip up there, but the wind blows and then you're screwed. It's not like you can go to another ramp and hide because there's not a lot of places to hide out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've believe it or not, I've never ever been to Oneida, so I have no idea about anything there. But it wasn't a bad way for a while and seems to be not anymore, which is cool.
No, it was never bad. It's just the size has significantly exploded with the gobies finally taking over. But the other half of that is it's just there's so many gobies in there, but every bass you caught of size had a crawfish the size of your thumb just poking out. That's what they were on. There could have been a hatch. The moon wasn't right either. That's the thing for a crawfish hatch. It was it's a weird intermittent moon phase. So who knows? I don't tell the crawfish what to do. What?
Is it mostly dominated by smallmouth there, right? Or do largemouth?
Is it kind of often, it used to be a bunch of quality smallmouth and you needed a kicker largemouth or two. Now it's 22 pounds of smallmouth, but there's still really big largemouth in there to be caught.
Kind of
I was just gonna say, I feel like it's similar to Champlain, where it's mainly a smallmouth fishery, but you can definitely mix in a couple of largemouth in your bag to get where you need to be.
Yeah. Well, here's the crazy thing. Like I said, we lost that big one. We weighed in a 4-pound largemouth that we caught up. That we probably caught a 4-pound smallmouth off the cast before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they're on that shallow mix, they're together.
Yeah. Very shameful.
But that's not to say that there's not largemouth in 4-6 inches of water up there. Sometimes they get shallow. Really, really fun place.
Yeah.
So many walleye. It is the walleye lake of New York. They put 1 million walleye in there every year.
Jesus. It's like, how is that even? All of them end up being bait.
Yep.
3 didn't survive. You tired there, Mom?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Good talk.
Yeah,
are the boys getting in this coming week?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try to fish tomorrow, maybe.
There you go.
After work, nothing crazy, just some local stuff.
I will hopefully have some positive news from my Wednesday nighter.
There we go.
I had absolute heartbreak last week.
I might. It looks like it's going to be like thunder and lightning all day. So if that's the case, then no. But if it isn't, I'm probably going to fish a Thursday nighter. So that'll be fun.
Where are the Thursday nighters at? Down Aspen Pink and stuff, right?
I think this week it's at Rising Sun. I think. but I'm not too sure. I'll fish wherever it is. I don't care. But yeah, we got Cayuga coming up in only 2 weeks now, so
Yeah, I'm gonna register for that.
What's
Zoob's
the
gonna
weekend
give
of
us
that, Al?
all of his dots on Cayuga, I heard.
not
What's the
this weekend. The next.
Is it? Please tell me it's the 17th. That weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Friday, Saturday.
You guys want to hear some really bad news I just found out?
What?
You know that really large tournament trail I told you that every hammer in New York fishes?
Yeah.
No,
Is it Saturday?
you're
The
kidding.
cash and I think the cash and rods is also that weekend too.
Where are they out of?
Probably Union.
There's gonna be a freaking Five Alive and a Nation.
There's already 2 tournaments out of Union.
Hold on.
Gulp.
Blanks. Where is their freaking?
No, it's not. Not there isn't even a tournament on. The Cayuga is August 16th.
Yeah.
Check for the Empire Team Trail. Because I'm starting the Empires that weekend.
2025 points.
Yeah.
Ah.
I knew the Empire was. I didn't know if the Empire was following cashing around or not.
That'll be fun. That'll make Saturday fun. 200
With that,
water.
I might be there.
Zoom, you mother. It's all right.
They're launching out of that ramp. How many boats are in this tournament?
Probably about 60.
That
Probably
ramp
60.
looks like it can fit about 20.
What late?
There's a big auxiliary lot. That's why they have the BFL.
Out of Dean's?
Pause. Wait. They're having the elite. They're having the freaking
The Empire's out of
Empire
Dean's.
and Dean's. That's crazy. That makes sense.
Boy, oh boy.
Where's Dean's at?
Mid-Lake.
Mid-Lake, West Side.
Above Charles Drake Point.
I didn't even know there was another main one over there.
Yikes.
It's Dean's Cove State Marine Park.
Huh.
It's not large.
No. Oh my god.
No. You probably fit 40. You maybe fit 50 out of there. But
If you
no,
park
I've seen
on
a
the
lot.
road.
I get a lot of traffic, but it's not big.
The
bet.
Long Point State Park is way bigger. Why wouldn't they just go out of there? You fit
Because it's weird. Long Point ramp's weird, and DEC like that's a New York DEC ramp, and like Dean's is different for some reason. I forget who owns it, but like for some reason I don't think you can have tournaments out of Long Point.
I'm gonna say Long Point was a nice ramp. I remember launching there that one.
It was a nice ramp. That's where I go lake trout fishing out of.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll be interesting. We'll discuss more next week. Do a little
yeah,
Cayuga
we'll talk about
preview.
that next week. I want to have Pat on, talk a little summer smallmouthing, little Great Lakes fishing, stuff like that. So we'll this was kind of our send off to our
title days.
Bay fiasco and kind of kicking us into Oneida, Cayuga, Erie, St. Clair. It's time to talk some summer smallmouth. So we'll see you guys next week with our probably. I don't even want to make promises anymore because every time I do, it doesn't come true. Maybe with special guest Patrick Henry. So I'm exhausted. There's a lot more I could talk about, but we got a lot more podcasts to go. So we'll get into it when I'm not half asleep.
Peace out.
All right.
See you on the next one.